Man. There is a level of Stockholm syndrome in our society, in our species. I'm using that loosely. What did Doctor Strange say in that movie? On a level hitherto undreamt of. And then Iron Man's like, did you just say hitherto undreamt of? Yeah. We keep going to these liars, these monsters, these, clowns, these jesters, these masons. And we keep expecting them to tell us the truth. The only time they tell us the truth is in the way that, like, Moriarty would tell Sherlock the truth. I'm gonna leave all these clues because I'm so evil. Like, that's how they tell you the truth. Because they're so full of themselves, they can't help but, like, spit up spit up things that are pointing back to them. But this notion that they're going to, oh my god, the Epstein files are coming out. We're really gonna find out the truth about pedophiles and corruption in this country. They're really gonna stick it to them this time. Like, get the hell out of here. If there are people, like, victims in that camp, because, like, just at this point, everything's a freaking made-for-TV movie. It has that kind of, like, narrative, cohesion. Not something that comes out in theaters, a made-for-TV movie. That is the kind of writing we're working with here. If there were victims that were genuinely, which I'm sure there were, hurt, traumatized, they're like, okay, but you'll never get it that way. You will never get it that way. It's like everything else in this God-forsaken world. If they told you what was really going on, you would just feel the overwhelming need to go outside and burn everything to the ground. Considering you're still like a person and not some robot that they've pre-programmed to just agree with everything. All the actual people would feel the need to go out and burn everything to the GD ground. Like, come on now. It's not a partisan thing. It's not a Democrat thing. It's not a Republican thing. All of them do it. All of them do it. If you were at a certain level of power, if you have reached a certain level of wealth and prosperity, you're part of it. Because they don't let other people into that club. They are Satan worshippers, Lucifer worshippers, Baal worshippers, Moloch worshippers, Dagon worshippers, Set worshippers, Cthulhu worshippers, Yog Sothoth, all of those horrible things. They worship them. They steal energy from children through these horrible, horrible sexual acts. That's the quickest way to get it. It's awful. They siphon energy from children for their own ends, and they siphon energy. It's through debauchery and horrible things in general, but like children. Because children come to this world and they're innocent and they haven't been freaking tainted by the freaking blight that this place is drowning in. That's why they go after children. Children are closest to source. They're closest to God. It's like in that movie Doctor Sleep where oh my god, you have to see that movie. I've talked about it a million times. You gotta see that movie. You gotta see Doctor Sleep. Like, screw this. It's a sequel to The Shining, but like, screw The Shining. You gotta see Dr. Sleep to understand what's happening. And for the most part, it's that. You know, you got these people, they're like these immortal-ish entities that steal, they steal the life force from people who can shine, who have this natural ability to, do certain supernatural things, and they seek it out, and they steal it from them. And they don't just feed, they have to like traumatize them. And there's really a line in the movie where she's like, something they call it steam. She's like, yeah, trauma purifies steam. So they're like traumatizing this little boy before they feed off of him. Like vampires. You know, that's where that comes from. And I'm not even going to say that like the blood drinking variety doesn't exist, because in this crazy universe we occupy, I'm sure it does. You know, you have things like mosquitoes, you have things like bats, you know, like certain types of bats. Like there are smaller creatures that feed off of blood in that way. So I'm sure, you know, I've seen like 7-foot tall praying mantis people, like, and I'm not the only one. So, you know, I wouldn't be shocked if like that is a real thing. But for the most part, what they're talking about is this process in which they siphon energy. First and foremost, you're dealing with energy vampires. That's what most of this stuff is. It's a type of energy vampirism. They vampire, they siphon energy through so many means. Back to the whole kid thing. They're all doing it. They're all doing it. But no, it's the Republic. No, it's the Democrats, right? It's Hillary and it's Obama. Yes, it's Obama and Hillary, and Obama is eating all the children in his Antichrist fortress, and we gotta stop him. And Hillary's outside guarding the gates. Like, no, it's all of them. It's all of them. You know. Anywhere you find one of these shitty secret societies, anywhere you find a Masonic lodge, like, you're gonna find that kind of effery, you know, because it's what they do. That's how they keep the Matrix going. But no, the Epstein files, that's totally gonna give us what we need. Sure. Okay. Awesome. All right. I cannot wait personally until all the truth is revealed in those documents, because nothing's gonna be redacted, rewritten, you know. And hell, even if the exact details of what Jeffrey Epstein had been doing were somehow compiled, like, he was one of, like, you know, I mean, those monsters were like, you know, were procuring children and trafficking young girls. Like, you're dropping the bucket, man. But they gotta throw you the straw guy, so you can be fixated on it and be obsessed with it. It's like the whole P. Diddy thing. It's like, yeah, we gotta give them something so they can feel like they're doing something. Straw man, scapegoat. We put all of our sins into the scapegoat and set that bitch on fire. You know, it's like, I've learned that, like, these monsters, these creatures, and like all those names that I mean, it's that darkness. It's that darkness, and all the crap that comes out of that darkness. It's darkness. It's anti-life. It's the it's that thing that's away from God, whatever God is. And it's just manifestations and expressions of that. It's just like, you know, how you had the satanic brotherhood that, you know, like when Michael Aquino was, part of the Church of Satan, and then he started the Temple of Set. It's the same thing. Set is Satan. Set is that jerk who was going around stirring crap up, the adversary. It's the same story. I'm gonna lock my brother in a box, cut him up into pieces, and try to take his kingdom. It's all of that. And they play out these narratives, man. With Set and Osiris and Horus and Isis and all this. They play all this out. But they love that Setian energy. They love it. Anyway. Yeah, they're gonna give us what we need. It's like the UFO thing. It's all of that. It's all of that. And we keep expecting them. And I don't mean we, obviously, in the sense of those watching, or at least the smart people watching, the intelligent, the ones who are really in the know. Because I've got over 700 subscribers, and I basically interact with the same folks. So who the hell are those other people? Curious questions for curious times. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. And, release the Epstein list. The files, people. We gotta know.